Hello guys. So in this module we will talk about iOS driver. So iOS driver is basically one of the API from the upcoming Selenium 3.0 project, right? Through this API you can automate your iOS based apps, right? You've already seen some of the part in using Appium, right? Appium is another framework for automating iOS and Android apps, and this iOS driver, this is specifically dedicated for iPhone and iPad based applications, right? That are iOS native apps, hybrid apps, and mobile web application, right? So this is mainly like it's a wrapper over the Selenium WebDriver API only, right? So methods again gonna work whatever we have seen in WebDriver API, right? That is what for finding elements and locating elements and performing actions. So most of the methods we're gonna use using a Selenium WebDriver only. All right. So let's go to the main website of iOS driver. So this is the main website of iOS driver, and it has a very good information present over here, that what all it supports, right? And if we talk about real devices versus simulators, so right now with the current 0.6.6 snapshot version, it is possible to automate your app using a simulator. You can run your test on a simulator, but on a real device at this moment iOS driver is not supporting it. You can clearly see that test on a real device, and it is possible in a next release they might be coming with this very soon, right? So there are some pre-requirements before you get started on iOS driver. So I'll be talking about what installation that is required in order to work on iOS driver, and what all requirements are there, what challenges people generally face while they are working while they're automating their iOS apps, right? And what is like the system requirement they would be needing. So I'll be talking about all these things in our next module, right? So in this module, I'm going to show you a couple of examples that we can actually automate using iOS driver. So I'm going to show you the execution of those examples. So what I'll do, I'll open up Eclipse, right? And here I have a couple of applications, some hybrid applications, some native applications, and some Safari web-based apps, right? So I'm going to show you how we can execute these apps on a simulator, right? Simulator is the same that we have already seen in case of Appium. We have installed Xcode, right? Xcode comes with iPhone and iPad simulators. So what I'll do, I have kept my app files over here somewhere in my text documents, and the location is iPhone apps, and I'll go to the terminal, and I'll go to the location where I have downloaded this file, and I'll take the information where I've kept this file, and I'll go to this location, right? And here I need to say java-jar. I'll first be starting the iOS server, standalone server, and I'll say iOS server, and then give the application path that I need to automate. Let's say we start with the international mountain apps, right? And I'll then give the port on which it should be started. So I'll give the port as 4444, and I'll press enter. Alright, so this the server is started, right? If you get a message something like this, Xcode installed, and like iOS 6.0 Safari are supported, right? And Java 1.7.0. If it shows all these information and if it also shows your application, if there are no errors, it means that you should be successfully able to execute your code. Right now, I'm onto this application. I'll right click over here and I'll run as Java application. So as soon as I run it, in a couple of seconds you're gonna see the iPhone simulator that shows up, right? And it will actually going to launch your application. See, it has actually automated the application and has also taken the screenshot and stored it at this location. This is the current project root location. If I refresh this, you're going to see a screenshot.png file. If I double click on it, it will going to open up the screenshot. See, this is a screenshot of your device, of your app on that device. So this is one of the native app, right, that we have tested, right, and one of the hybrid app I'm gonna show you. Hybrid is another app. I'll go over here. I again need to start the server with the app information. So earlier I have used international mountain.app, and now I will be using the app that is UI catalog. So I'll say UI catalog.app and I'll press enter. So again, if it starts successfully, there are no errors. So I'll right click over here and again go to run, again click on Java applications, and again it will bring up the iPhone simulator. And here it has actually opened the UI catalog. It has gone to the main website of Apple, right? So this is what I mean. You can see we can easily switch on to the web view as well, right? This is one of the hybrid app, which is combination of native as well as a web view, right? So this is the second sort of app we can test. Now the third one, we're going to see a web browser, Safari, how we can open up the Safari browser and open up any website like Google, Apple, eBay, any website, any of your test website you can open up on that browser and you can perform testing. So I'll right click over here. Again, I need to go back to my terminal and start the server. This time I need not to give any app over here, so I'll remove this thing. And you can also change the port, right? Port, it's not mandatory that you need to give the port as 4444. You can change the port, press enter, and it will start on that particular port. So if I right click over here, I'll run it as a Java application. You'll find again the iPhone simulator will open up, and now see it is actually navigating, opening up the Safari browser and navigating to google.com. And here let's see, it will go write something, and it has actually written iOS driver, right, and then extracted the title of this page. So this is one of the web app, and you can see the execution is very simple in case we are working on iOS driver. Even the configuration of iOS driver is very simple as compared to what we have seen in Appium and Selendroid. Selendroid is mostly for Android only, right? But Appium can be used for Selendroid as well as for iOS, right? Basic installation remains the same, and rest of the things we're gonna see in our next module, how we can actually configure it, how we can start working on the iOS driver, and if we face any issue, how we're going to troubleshoot that issue, right? So that is all about what an iOS driver can do and what you can do with this iOS driver, how you can automate your web apps or hybrid app or native app of iOS on iPhone simulator, right? So thanks a lot.